All right, start the clocks because we are about to learn how to do a full animated social media campaign in less than 20 minutes. It's going to be a great time today. We're working in Creative Cloud Express. And hello, my name is Andrew Hockrattle. I'll be your host and guide for this time. It's going to be a great time. So let's go ahead, hop into Creative Cloud Express and take a look at what we are creating today. So at the time of this live stream, we're going into St. Patrick's Day, one of my favorite times of the year. So we're going to create an ad campaign for your business. If you're doing a special, if you're doing a sale for St. Patrick's Day, we're going to go ahead and make some different sized images, and we are going to animate those all here in Creative Cloud Express. So open up with me. You can go to express.adobe.com, or you can check that link in the chat or down below. It will send you to that place where we are today. So we are going to click on the plus mark right here, and we can start on any different platform that we want, thankfully, because later Creative Cloud Express will help us resize things. But we are going to click right here and we are going to do an Instagram post. Let's start on Instagram with a nice little ad. So if we're doing an ad for St. Patrick's Day, there are a couple different elements that we want to think about, right? When you're creating something that's visually appearing, that you want to be eye-catching, think of it as a cheeseburger. I know that's weird to say, but think of it as a cheeseburger, right? We need to lay down a bottom bun. We need the meat, we need the cheese, we need the toppings. And so as we build this, we're going to be using Creative Cloud Express just like that. We're going to be building in layers. So let's start with a background, and I'm going to show you a couple great ways to add some interest to your backgrounds. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to photos. And thankfully, we're searching Adobe Stock. We're searching Adobe Stock free. There are some premium options, but we do have free Adobe Stock integrated in here. If you want to see more of that, you can go to stock.adobe.com/free. So let's type something in here, and we just want maybe a texture, right? So I'm going to do a textured background. You can spend a lot of times looking for the right background that is the right color, but we're not going to pay attention to that today. So today we are going to kind of just find a background that looks interesting to us, and we're looking for the textural elements. And I'm going to show you how to change those colors. So check this out. We're going to click right here, and this is going to place it onto our artboard. That looks pretty good to me, but the rotation's a little off, and I do want it to fill the background. So all I need to do, excuse me, is select this image, and then I'm going to click on this little button right here, right? We have this nice little rotation. I'm going to click and drag, and you'll see that it will lock in at that 90-degree angle, right? So it's perfect. So we've locked in at that 90-degree angle, and what we want to do now is add to background. This is going to take the image and just snap it to this background. Look at that. Ooh, that looks really cool. So we've got a little bit of gold in there. But this is my favorite part about Creative Cloud Express is check this out. We can come over here to the filters. And this is why I said, don't worry about the color, because we can come in here and we can click on filters and we can click on duotone. It already looks so cool. It already looks so cool. So there are presets for you down here. And all that duotone is doing is it's taking the darkest points and turning them to this first color, and then the lightest points and taking them to this green color. So we can click through these different options. None of them are what we want. This is probably the closest, right? We want that cool green background. So what I'm going to do is I can actually click on this, and it's going to bring up a color panel. If we have a library that we're working with for colors, we can see it up here. You can see the current palette if you're doing this a little bit later in the process. But what we're going to do is we are going to click on more, and it's going to give us all these gorgeous options. And so I know that I want a darker green. So let's click there. That might not be dark enough for me. Let's go and pick a custom color. Let's do that. So let's go to custom, and let's bring this down so we get a nice dark green. There we go. And then this green I want to be a little more saturated, so I'm just going to drag it to the right over here. There we go. Now we've got this awesome bright green background. And this is, again, my favorite feature in Creative Cloud Express is that duotone. It's just gorgeous, and it helps us make graphics super quickly and super easily. So if we wanted to, we could come in here and change some of the enhancements as well. Like upping the contrast on this image will give us some nice contrast. Maybe the brightness needs to come up a little bit. Let's take the shadows down so they get a little bit more moody. And then let's sharpen it. Let's make it a little sharp. So sharpen just gives you more texture and detail on that image. So from here, we are going to start adding in different elements. So I want to add in some fun elements on the edges, right? And you might have seen in the thumbnail for this video, we had some shamrocks in the edges. And so I'm going to come in here and click on Design Assets and then type in shamrock. Maybe we'll try clover. All right, nothing for shamrock. Let's try clover. There we go. We've got this awesome image of a clover. Now, this is why I taught you how to do the duotone. Watch what happens here. I'm going to click on this and it will place it onto our artboard. Great, but it's black, right? If we click on it, there's no option to change the color because this is an image, right? It's not an icon. With an icon, we could change the color, but this is an image, and so we can't change the color. Or can we? With the power of Creative Cloud Express, we can click over here on filters and watch what happens. If we turn both of these to a nice green, it's actually going to create, right? Look at that. It's making it green for us. So we're going to bring it down here. Actually, let's leave it up here in a brighter green. And because it is dark, it is changing all of the shadows to that green, and a shadow would be dark, right? So we're going to do another green here, and this is just for contingency to make sure it's really green. But you can see all that it's doing is it's changing the shadows and the highlights to green. And because the whole image was black, which makes it a shadow, it's now green. So we want this to integrate with the background a little bit more. What we can do is we can come here and click on this little drop down. You'll see right here, blend mode. There are a couple options here. Multiply is going to make it darker and screen is going to make it lighter. So let's try screen first. Not what I want. Let's click on multiply. That is what I want. So it's going to fade into the background and make it so that it is interacting with that background. I'm going to click and drag, and I want it kind of at a 45-degree angle, and we'll just drag it up into the corner here. So this isn't looking exactly how I want it. So maybe let's change it to white. Let's change the shadows to a nice white. See if we can pull this up to be nice and bright. And then the highlights to a white. Now the image completely went away, and that's because it is on that multiply blend mode. So multiply is going to get rid of all the white. If we change it to screen, it's going to keep that white for us. And maybe we want to take the opacity down, which means that it will just be a little bit see-through right there. Perfect. So now I want to make a duplicate of this, and we can just click on this by hitting duplicate and then bring it down here, and we can rotate that again. And we can start to create this kind of corner pattern by just duplicating that layer again and again and rotating into the edges. All right, one more here, and then we'll get into some animation. And I know that you may be watching this and you said, Andrew, you said less than 20 minutes. There's no way we're finishing this in less than 20 minutes. I'd say we're about 80% done right now, right? That's the power of Creative Cloud Express, is you think it's gonna take some time, and you get in and you're like, you know what? This is pretty quick. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some text here, and it's just going to say St. Patrick's Day sale. So we're going to click here on text and click on add your text. So I'm going to type in here St. Patrick's Day sale. Why can I not type Patrick? Thank you. Day sale. Whew, I had to say all those words. And we are going to click down here, and we can just pick a font. It is syncing these from Adobe Creative Cloud and Adobe fonts. You can find more fonts if you like, but I'm going to use Abolition right here. This is a pretty good font for what we're doing today. That looks great in my opinion. And so what I can do is I'm actually going to click down here into shape, and that's going to put a background behind this shape. I'm not fully confident that I want it to look like that. So I'm going to turn this off for now, but I am going to come up here to curved, grid, and magic alignments. And we're going to make this curved into a circle. There we go. And it will automatically adapt this text into a circle for us. So I'm going to drag it up, and it's going to get nice and big right there. And we'll drag it right to the center. And you know it's in the center when it has those little purple marks. You can see there it locks in to the center. So that looks pretty good to me. And I'm going to add one more shamrock in the middle. So we're going to go to icons, and I'm going to click on clover. Oops. And this one looks pretty good. So we can click on this, and because this one is an icon, we can change the color to white. So we're going to bring this down and put it right here in the center. Well, it's a little too big for my taste. All right, looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. How are you doing at home? Hopefully you have opened express.adobe.com. You're designing along with us, and hopefully your St. Patrick's Day graphic is looking good, just like ours. All right, I'm gonna realign this just a little bit bigger. That might be too big, but we're gonna roll with it. All right, so now we have created our graphic, and this looks fantastic. But we want to add some fun animation, right? I promise you, we're doing an animated campaign. All I need to do is click on animation right here, and I am going to do typewriter. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to typewrite. Look at that. It's going to typewrite our text all the way in. So we could have it randomly come in. Let's see what that looks like. Ugh, that looks a little crazy, hard to read. So we're going to leave it here, and we can play around with all of these different options. There are a ton of different options for words to pop in. Let's see, this might actually be good. Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Okay, so let's do this one, and let's just see what happens here with another. Playing. Not crazy about it. All right, so let's do this one. That'll kind of blink in, which I think will be fun. And all we need to do now is we need to export this. So we're going to export it as a video. We're going to export it as a GIF in a couple different ways. So we're going to hit download right here, and we're going to put MP4 video. So the top option right here. And because it's an animation, it is able to export that. So we're going to hit start download. It is downloading that image for us, which is great. Are there keyboard shortcuts? Someone in our live chat is asking. I do not believe that there are keyboard shortcuts. I don't believe, oh yes, Control plus and minus is zooming in and out. I should have an answer for you. I don't use keyboard shortcuts in Creative Cloud Express. So if they do exist, please let me know. Or maybe in another stream, we'll cover that. I'll do some research and check it out. So we have downloaded right here. It popped up in the bottom corner right here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm glad that I have this as a video, but I do want it as a GIF to share. So I'm going to click and go back, and we were simply going to click right here, convert to GIF. Now check this out. We can browse on our device. Actually, let me pull this up in a separate window just for y'all. All right, so what I can do is I'm just going to drag and drop. You can see here, the video that we created is right there. So I'm going to click and drag this into our window right here, and we can choose the different destinations. So we're going to go medium here because we're just playing for social media, and we can click play and it will show us, look at that. Cool. So we're going to hit download. It is processing that video, and it is going to create it into a GIF for us so we can share it in a Facebook ad. We can send it to our email. If you're doing email marketing, this is a fantastic way to add some additional clickability to your emails. Lots of motion will get some great click-throughs. I promise. No guarantees, but I do promise. So now we do have that GIF up and ready to go. Let me go ahead and open it and show you all what it looks like. So if we just click here, it is going to open up this GIF for us in the wrong window, of course. So you can see over here, check it out. We've got a GIF. It's going to keep looping. It's going to keep playing, and we can use that for social media. Now, you're saying, Andrew, you said less than 20 minutes. You have 5 minutes left. Yes, I know. That's because I'm going to show you how to make this into different sizes for different platforms. I said full social media campaign, right? So what we can do is we are going to click right here on resize. And this is a magic tool. When we click on resize, it's going to allow us to change the size for different social media posts. I don't know why I turned into a dance there. I just got really excited. So we can scroll down here and let's say, great, we have it for Instagram. I do need to run a Facebook ad as well. I want to target my customers with my St. Patrick's Day sale. I'm going to click on Facebook. Okay, and it resized to the right size. You can see that the background locked, and a lot of these elements have locked in the new correct sizing, just a little bit less of the orientation. So I'm going to go ahead and drag these into the corner. All right, we're going to zoom out just a little bit here. Oh, we've lost our artboard. Oh, look at that. There is a hotkey. I am using the space bar to drag around my artboard. I don't even think about hotkeys anymore. And so they probably do exist, but my fingers kind of just go like I'm playing a piano. All right, so we're going to drag these out to the corner. That looks pretty good. Everything here looks centered already. And what can we do? That's right. Download MP4 video, start download. It's going to download that video for us. Wait for it, wait for it. It is downloading. And then again, all we're going to do is we're going to go back and one more time, once this is done downloading, it's thinking about it. We are going to convert that to a GIF. And this is a similar size that you would use for an email header. So once I convert this, we'll spend the last couple minutes going over sizes, because it is very important that you understand what sizes might go where. It's very, very helpful that Creative Cloud Express gives us options, but I want to review just for you. I've done a lot of email marketing, lots of Facebook ads, and so I want to help you out. So again, we can come here. We're going to go convert to GIF. I'm just going to drag in my new Facebook ad, which I did not name. And we are going to hit download. It is going to process that video, download it for us in a GIF. And again, this is something that you can embed into an email very, very easily, get some extra engagement and some extra click through on there. So if you are a small business owner, if you are running a St. Patrick's Day sale, comment. Let us know. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to see what you're doing with Creative Cloud Express. So we have our GIF here, and I'm just going to click and open that. And you can see now we have a nice email header in a new size, right? We have two sizes right there for you. So let's go over some sizes real quick. And the great thing is it's saving all of our recents right here. So we can go back into our recent and it will bring up that last project. Look at that, looking good. So what I can do is let's go over some sizes. So if I click on resize here, you can see that there are a lot of sizes to post, right? It gives you dimensions for every social media image, which is great. You have a YouTube thumbnail here. Hello. And we also have Twitter, all that kind of stuff. So if you are working with an email header, right? So let's scroll down here and see if there are any options for an email header. I don't believe there are, but let's check. Oops. Oh, here I am clicking all the wrong buttons. All right. So we're scrolling down and all right. So it doesn't look like we have an email header here, but oh, here we go. Banner. So this is something that you would use for an email is a nice long banner, right? You don't want to take up too much space and keeping it at a 3-to-1 ratio, which means that it is 1 high and 3 across. We can click right here and it is going to resize that for us. Oh, that resize was flawless. Look at that. I didn't even have to move anything, right? Everything got resized. Everything's in the right place. All those corners are fantastic. And we have created another email header to send, right? And if we want to make a change on the animation, we can simply come to this animation here. Maybe we want different variations. We want to do one that kind of types in. And now, again, we can just download this. If we wanted to, we could do a PNG, which is just a portable network graphic. That would make it so that we could send that around. We can make PDFs here. We can make videos. All of that is included in Creative Cloud Express. And again, it's the easiest way to do this. So if you are using Creative Cloud Express, if you are creating something, go ahead, check out those links down below, get involved, and we'd love to see what you're creating. Stick around for more great content here on the channel. We're bringing you tutorials, we're bringing you tips, tricks, everything that you need to know to help your business, to help your creative career advance. So I will see you again for another stream in Creative Cloud Express. Have a great day and enjoy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.